My name is Marilyn Jarvis, and to any believer, I would encourage you to pray, to go to our Father with all your joys and all your sorrows. We are to pray about everything, as Philippians 4:6 tells us, and we are to pray without ceasing, according to 1 Thess 5:17. I love prayer, the mystery of it, and the simplicity of it, and to know, to actually realize the truth of it, because the God of the universe bends down and listens. I will pray as long as I breathe, as the psalmist in 116 verse 2 says. After becoming a believer at age 28, as I began to understand God's truths and his promises to me and how I was to live my life, I began to learn to pray and learn to pray God's word back to him. So as I began to spend time with the Lord, he would show me verses and passages that articulated exactly how I felt, and they would align with my emotions and desires in my life. One day, reading through the Psalms and talking to God about a painful work situation that my husband was experiencing, I came to Psalm 112, and I especially noted verse 4, which says, "Light arises in the darkness for the upright." I acknowledged that the circumstance my husband was going through was dark and difficult and wrong, but I knew that my husband was upright because of Christ, and I began to ask God for the light of his truth, his encouragement, his discernment during this dark time. And God also made me recognize that if there was never any darkness, no difficulty in life, and no stress or pain, then we wouldn't be able to recognize the light that he brings to us. So this is how I prayed, and I continue to pray for my husband. Psalm 112. Verse 1 reads, "How blessed is the man who fears the Lord." And I prayed this would be true in his life. Verse 2 says, "His generation will be blessed." And I pray that our children and descendants would be blessed by the Lord. Verse 3 says, "Wealth and riches are in his house." And I prayed not for the riches of the world, but for the wealth of peace and joy and contentment in our house. Verse 5 reads, "He will conduct his affairs with justice." And because my husband worked in an adversarial type of system, and he did desire justice above all, this was a key part of my prayer. And verses 7 and 9 say, "He will not fear evil tidings," or bad news, "and he is given freely to the poor." And I ask the Lord to make this true in my husband's life and in mine too. So I encourage you, pray about everything, keep on praying, and never give up, as Luke 18:1 tells us. Only by Christ and his great sacrificial love for us is any of this possible. Thank you for listening. To him be the glory both now and to the day of eternity.